Hello, welcome to XR Plays Games. This is XR again. I'm going to start a game that I played a long time ago on my very first computer. It's one of the games that I've always enjoyed. It's probably one of my favorite games. It's called Baldur's Gate. So, this is based off of Dungeons and Dragons 2nd edition. So the rule set is a lot different from the new D&D, which is 5th edition. But I learned it through this game and never really got a chance to play it pen and paper, but this game always comes to mind when I think about that rule set. It can be pretty difficult if you don't know how it goes, so it does have a steep learning curve, but I'll show you some things when we go through. So what it says here: rise from orphan to hero as you journey through the Sword Coast and unravel the dark mystery of your lineage. These adventures will take your character from level 1 to 10. And then once you finish this one, you move on to Baldur's Gate 2, and that will take your character from 10 to 20. So you pull this character from the first game and move it to the second game once you finish. So we'll start with the first game. So the story is, for as long as you can remember, your view of the world has been limited to the heavily fortified walls of Candlekeep. Your foster father Gorion has done everything in his power to protect you and keep you out of harm's way. All of that is about to change. Forced to leave your home under mysterious circumstances, you find yourself drawn into a conflict that has the Sword Coast on the brink of war. An iron shortage of unknown origin threatens to plunge the city of Baldur's Gate into conflict with Om. Meanwhile, there's something else at work, far more sinister than you can even begin to imagine. So yes, these are the games that preclude the new Baldur's Gate 3 that'll be coming out soon. So we're going to go ahead and do single player, and we'll start with a new game. He Who Fights with Monsters. I didn't get to read it. So that guy at the top is the main baddie of Baldur's Gate. So the first time I played it was on PC, and I'll be actually playing a PS5 version of it. I know some people don't like console, but I'm pretty good with console. As long as I mean, it's an option. You don't have to play on PC, but I mean, some people would consider PC better, which does have some advantages. So we'll go with a male. So males of the realms can excel in whatever profession they choose, whether wizardry, thievery, or the arts of war. So go ahead and select, and then we have to get appearance. I haven't really decided if I wanted to. I guess we'll go ahead and start with wizard. Now, wizard is not an easy class to play, especially on this game. You start out very, very weak. So it's not really suggested in this game that you start as a wizard. You probably want to choose one of the fighter classes, like a fighter or paladin, so that way you'll have more hit points. But I like wizards in this game. They get pretty powerful if you can get them to the later levels. So we have humans. Humans are the predominant race in Faerun. Humans rule most of the significant empires and kingdoms in the realms. They're the most social and tolerant of the races, excepting perhaps the halflings. Humans may advance as any class and are also the only race that can dual class. Humans may not multi-class. So usually you have the elves that are going to have resistances against charm and sleep. They have infravision, which means they can see in the dark. They get a +1 Thaco bonus with bows, short swords, and long swords. They get 5% open locks, or -5% to open locks, +5% to pickpockets, +5% to move silently, and +10% to hide in shadows. They'll get a +1 dex and a -1 constitution. The half elf will get some of the resilience of the elf resistances, and they'll get some of the thievery. They pretty much are good. Also, you have dwarves. The dwarves will get a +2 bonus saving throws to their paralysis, poison, and death. They get a +1 constitution, a -1 dexterity, and a -2 charisma. And then the halflings will get their bonuses: +1 dexterity, -1 strength, -1 wisdom. And you also have a gnome. They actually get +1 intelligence and -1 wisdom. And half orcs will get their bonus in strength and constitution, but they'll take a -2 penalty to intelligence. So normally I'll go human, just because they don't have any ups or downs. They can just be neutral. So the class is going to be the mage. Normally I take mage. They have as a sorcerer. Now, I think they added in the sorcerer. So they have the number of spells per day instead of memorizing spells. I usually prefer the mage just because they have a little more, can change the spells that you have equipped. You don't always have to, because basically sorcerers only have spells that are known, or the only spells they can cast are the ones that are on their spell list or on their known list. But wizards can actually write to a spell book and learn spells. So the wizard strives to be a master of magical energies, shaping them and casting them as spells. To do so, he studies strange tongues and obscure facts, and devotes much of his time to magical research. A wizard must rely on knowledge and wit to survive. Wizards are rarely seen adventuring without a retinue of fighters and men-at-arms. Because there are different types of magic, there are different types of wizards. The mage studies all types of magic and learns a wide variety of spells. His broad range makes him well suited to the demands of adventuring. So I'm not going to be able to wear armor. I'm only going to be able to use daggers, quarterstaves, darts, and slings. I'm only allowed to become proficient in one slot, and I can't place slots into fighting styles. I get arcane spells, and my hit die is a d4. So considering a dagger does 1d4 damage, that could be the end of me with just a dagger at first level. So now we have the conjurer. He's be sort of like a summoner. Mage who specializes in creating creatures and objects to assist him. Consider that, or if we do necromancer, we can get death magic. There's some pretty good death spells, but I was thinking I'll go just pure mage. just to have the all around. So for alignment, I guess on this particular playthrough, I'm going to be chaotic good. So chaotic good characters are strong individuals marked by a streak of kindness and benevolence. They believe in all the virtues of goodness and right, but they have little use for laws and regulations. They have no use for people who try to push folk around and tell them what to do. Their actions are guided by their own moral compass, which, though good, may not always be in perfect agreement with the rest of the society. A brave frontiersman forever moving on as settlers follow in his wake is an example of a chaotic good character. So we'll choose that. So we're going to abilities now. This is where you'll roll to get your stats. Now, you can move your stats around if you want, but your total roll is all you're going to get. So now this game allows you to re-roll until you get the stats you want. So I have taken long amounts of time doing that, but for this sake, I'll try not to. But I am going to try to get a good roll because stats are very important in a game like this. If you don't have good stats, then your character can be pretty weak. Now, what we definitely want for the mage is intelligence. So, I mean, it's okay to drop con down. I mean, there's not a lot that con is going to do for us. Probably want to raise your dex so that way your armor class is better. I mean, we can put points into Constitution, but honestly, it may not help us that much. I mean, this is decent. I think I'll go ahead and take it. We got an 18 in Intelligence and an 18 in Dexterity. Because more than likely, I'm going to be using something like a sling for my combat when I don't have spells left. I probably don't want to go hand to hand with anything that will probably spell my doom. So now it's going to give me the slot, so I'm going to go ahead and take sling. Because like I said, it's not a good idea for a mage to be getting into hand-to-hand combat with anyone. Now it started off me with the blindness spell. I've never really used it before. Gives a -4 penalty to attack rolls and armor class. I mean, I can try it out and see if it works. What other spell did they give me? They gave me a shield spell. It's going to increase my armor class. Now, normally, there's not much I can do with this spell. Probably want to do something like color spray. Color spray is pretty effective. It'll knock people out. It might be what I end up taking. Try to go. I guess I'll try to go a little offensive. Could be dangerous though. We'll take color spray. And we'll go ahead and take Magic Missile. Magic Missile is always a hit. Doesn't deal much damage to begin with. It says use of Magic Missile spells is one of the most popular first level spells. Creates up to 5 missiles of magic energy that dart forth from Wizard's fingertip, unerringly striking their target. Must be a creature of some sort. Each missile inflicts 1d4 plus 1 points of damage for every 2 levels. The wizard will get an additional missile. Up to 5. So I'm going to go ahead and... Should we prep color spray or match? Let's prep color spray. I don't normally do that. Normally I'll go with Magic Missile, but... Take a look at how I look here. Take the white hair. That skin color. I usually like to go with the red and black scheme. That's a red on red. There we go. So we get to choose a voice. I guess we'll do the scholarly. Okay, well. And of course, we're going to go with XR. And that's it. There's my character. He's ready to go. So it's asking me like what mode I want to play on. And because I've never done it before, well, I'm going to actually stay with core rules just because it's still, I mean, if we go to these, like, these are like crazy hard, and this is already hard enough as it is.
Houses the finest and most comprehensive collection of writings on the face of Sauron. It is an imposing fortress, kept in strict isolation from the intrigues that occasionally plague the rest of the forgotten realms. It is secluded, highly regimented, and invisible. Within these hollow halls of knowledge, your story begins. You have spent most of your 20 years of life within this keep's austere walls, under the tutelage of the sage Baldur. Acting as your father, he has raised you on 1,000 tales of heroes and monsters, lovers and infidels, battles and tragedies. However, one story was always left untold, that of your true heritage. You have been told that you are an orphan, but your past is largely unknown. Lately, Gorai has been growing distant from you, as if some grave matter weighs heavy on his heart. You have asked about his concerns as gently as possible, but your queries have been in vain. Your sole comfort is the knowledge that he is a wise man, and you know he will tell you when the time is right. Nonetheless, his silence is troubling, and you cannot help but feel that something is terribly wrong. Today, Gorion has appeared more agitated than ever, and now he has uncharacteristically interrupted your chores in the middle of the day. Imparting her instructions for you to equip yourself for travel. He has handed you what gold he can spare, but given no clue as to why. Nevertheless, you now stand before the Candlekeep Inn, ready to purchase what you need for an unplanned and unexpected journey.
Okay, so now we're starting off. So this first section is basically a tutorial. You'll go in here and you'll be able to purchase equipment from the innkeeper. Most of these people around here are tutors that are going to give you tips about how to play the game. So I'll skip over most of this stuff. I mean, just for the sake of time. But we will talk to the storekeeper. And we'll say, you're always where... Well, hello there, young one. Come to visit your old pal Winthrop, have ye? Well, don't forget the 10,000 gold piece book entrance fee as per Candlekeep's custom, don't you know? And I'm going to respond, you always were the big kidder, Winthrop. That gets funnier nearly every time I hear it. Well, perhaps not quite so often. Ha, I was just having a bit of fun with you, my friend. Them monks may be walking around with poles in their nethers, but you know you're always welcome here in my sight. Gorion did well by you, he did. So is there anything I can do for you? Some drinks, a room to sleep, or anything to buy? Sure, what do you have? So you can look here, and this will be the area where you can rent a room to rest, and that allows most spellcasters to regain their spells. So that's going to be something I'm going to be needing to do a lot. And right here is where I can purchase equipment. Now, as far as my character is concerned, he's not going to be able to use anything but daggers, slings. So I'm going to get him a sling. We can go ahead and get... I have a quarterstaff already. We'll need bullets for the sling. So now, some games don't make you hold ammo, but this one is really... Oops, I don't have enough money. This one is very picky when it comes to that, so you do have to buy your ammo. So let me see. I will go ahead and get 4 of them. So that gives me about 80 bullets. And like I said, I'm not going to be able to wear any of this stuff, so for now we'll just skip with doing that. So I can go ahead and look at my equipment here in my bag. So we have the sling. We'll equip that to this weapon slot. And we'll also put in my 80 bolts. And we can look around. So this chest is locked. I'm probably not going to be able to get into it since I'm a wizard and not a rogue. Found a dagger. And these guys are just going to tell me off because they're rich bitches. And I'll go ahead and talk to Firebead here. He's going to give me a little quest for my first time around. Ah yes, I'm back within the hallowed halls of Candlekeep. With this iron crisis upon us, the trip from Baragos was more hazardous than I care to relate. You're Gorian's ward, aren't you? My, you've come into your own. If you would permit an old man, jealous of youth, to say so. I left an identify scroll with Tetherol in the inner grounds. He should be done examining it by now, so if you could fetch it for me, I'd be grateful. So, if I look at the journal here, it'll also update me on what I'm doing. So, we have the important events. Firebead Elvenhair, an old mage who makes the occasional visit here from Baragos, has left an identify scroll with Tetherol in the inner grounds. I swear, without me to run its endless errands, this keep would crumble to the very dust from which it sprang. So, it's a fetch quest. So if you can come up here and you can steal from these guys that are staying at the inn, as long as their stuff isn't unlocked, or isn't locked, because I can't unlock stuff yet. I need my rogue. Gotta be careful if people are watching you though, because yeah, the guards will come after you in this game. You can't just take what you want. Unlike most other games where you can just go in and take whatever you want, you will get in trouble if you steal in this game. Even though, yeah, there's, just like Skyrim, if you're caught stealing, they will send the guards after you. And yeah, it'll usually require a reload if that happens. So you have more tutors out here teaching you about fighting. So there's a interesting thing about this game is your armor class actually goes into negatives. The more negative your armor class, the better. So it's sort of a reverse thing. Like regular Dungeons and Dragons uses the 20-sided die to hit. This one does also, but instead of adding, it subtracts from whatever the armor class is. So this girl's gonna give me a quest. Oh, hello. Have you seen my copy of the History of Halra anywhere? You know I can't stand the constant shuffling of arthritic feet up in the library, so I thought I'd get a bit of fresh air just east of here, and oh, I hate being so absent-minded. Please find it if I really do need it back. Alright, so Another fetch quest. Like I said, most of these quests will be like intro quests to teach you how to do things. So if we go to her book here, Dear absent-minded Philida has lost another one of her books. The history of Halrua this time. Last time she was at Candlekeep, she lost an entire 4-volume set in the hay where we keep the cows. That we keep for the cows. Sorry. Here's some cows. Now, if you come over here, this will probably be the priest's quarters where I'll probably run into the first battle. This is where I could die. Oh, goody goody, I've gone and found you first. You're the ward of Gorion, no doubt. I am. What can I do for you? Oh, and our encounter shall be quite simple for you. Plainly put, I've made it my mission to end your life. Success will mean a little respect among my peers, so you see, you can do very little except die. Alright, so this game pauses when combat starts, so you can issue commands. I'm going to go ahead and cast Color Spray on him. He may kill me in this point. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Let's see if I can do the unpause here. Oh, got him with the Color Spray. So now I gotta... Alright. Awesome. I didn't die. So I was able to kill him pretty quickly with the Color Spray. It was probably the better spell for me to take because the Magic Missile would have dealt him some damage. Could have possibly not dealt enough damage to kill him. But the Color Spray will take him out of the fight completely. And then we can loot his body. And he has a dagger. And I found a hammer, which I cannot use yet. Or I probably will never be able to use as the mage. But maybe someone else can use it later. And 8 gold. And nothing in that one. And there's a little chest right here. That is locked, which I cannot open, unfortunately, as the mage. Exar, you cut yourself above the brow. There, what's wrong, child? Something in your eyes tells me that something is very wrong indeed. So I'll say, it's nothing, Parda. One of the cats didn't like me petting it. I'm all right, really. Oh, yes, well, get what you need from the inn then, for Gorion is desperate for you to be off. So, I can look at the events in the journal. I'll look at the important events. Actually, there we go. Someone wishes me dead. Gorion is right to think we're no longer safe here, though I have no idea why someone would want to cause us harm. The attempt on my life may have been laughable, but I fear there will be more threats to come. So yes, so for some reason there are assassins trying to kill me. So I found the history of Halrua, which is the book that Parda is looking for. So I'll take that. And he will give me a quest. Philidia left one of her books in. Oh, you have it already. If you run it over to her and then come back, I've got plans for you. Alright, so I guess we'll go ahead and go back to her. Give her her book back. We'll get some experience and a little bit of a reward. My book. Oh, you remind me of Gorion when you grin like that. Raising you has been hard on him. I know. But he says it's a toil of love, a toil of destiny even. You must be a very special child indeed to draw such a praise from a man of his silent nature. Here, take this little gem of mine. Maybe Winthrop will give you something for it. Alright, so I gained 50 experience. I lost the book, and I gained a Lynx Eye gem. So let's see, it looks like the journal updated. It says, poor absent-minded Philidia gave me a gem for returning her lost book. Candlekeep, it seems, continues to defy all laws of economics. The more books it holds, the more valuable they become to those who read them. The greater the supply, the greater the demand. Bah, all this is making my head hurt. Time to pawn this gem and get something useful for it. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and talk to him again. Nice day, ain't it? Too bad Nessa here ain't enjoying it, though, her being sick and all. I need to get her one of them potions of antidote off Hull. He stayed up drinking last night and got hauled out of bed to man the gates early in the morning, so I bet he's got a few of them lying around somewhere. So, another update on my journal, which is Drepin's cow. Gorion, my foster... Let's see here. Let's see if I can open it up. There we go. Nessa the cow is feeling a bit under the weather today. Drepin asked me to get a potion of antidote from Hull, who's been posted to the gate this morning. It appears that Hull has been using them to avoid his morning hangovers. Alright, so there's a drunk guard. So this will introduce you to the priests. I'm pleased to see that you've taken time to pay tribute to Wise Ogma. I was wondering what you had to offer at this Temple of Wisdom. So here you can donate money to make people like you, basically. Like if you're doing stuff that people don't like, you can donate to the church and some of that will go away. They can also cast spells on you if you need that done. Like if you don't have a cleric in your party. Usually you want a cleric in your party because they can heal you. But you can have them do it too for a fee. Now you can buy and sell things. I could sell him these daggers, but he doesn't want them. He doesn't want any of this stuff. But you can also buy potions of healing from him. He will also sell you stoned flesh scrolls in case you get turned to stone, which you don't want to get turned to stone. It's a bad thing. So this guy is a trainer for battle. He's going to ask me to do a combat training. Hey there, XR. I see you're up early this day. Well, your father, Gorion, has asked me a strange favor. Seems like he wants you to learn fighting and asked me to be the teacher, so I hope you brought your staff with you. Hostile creatures have red circles around their feet. Pressing cross button while I am highlighted will direct you to attack me. You can switch weapons by pressing square to open the hotbar and use the quick weapon icon. The weapon outlined in green is your current weapon. Attack with fists only if you only wish to knock opponents unconscious. You don't have to worry about that with me, so use your staff. If you have magic, try casting a spell at me by selecting Cast Spell. Select one of the spells that comes up and cast it on whichever target you want. I just hope you have an offensive spell memorized. During our fight, I'm going to spring a little surprise on you. Remember, you can press options at any time and pause the game. This will give you time to think, especially once my little surprise comes up. Are you ready? Good. So, I'll send the attack. Now, he has his friend coming in to attack me too. I'm probably going to lose. I don't have much I can do. You did good, kid, especially after Eric started firing those arrows at you. I'm sure your father would be proud. You should talk to the gate warden if you want some experience in fighting with a group of people. You can find him in the south of here. Out there, it can be pretty important to know how to fight with your allies at your side. Alright, so I won, I guess. So this guy is gonna probably ask me to kill rats. Yeah, it says, I thought I asked you to clean the rats out of this building yesterday already. Hop to it and get in there. Alright, so my journal is updated. Let's see. The storehouse. Reaver has once again pressed me into service in this storehouse. All reports suggest that our feline forces have turned traitor, and the rats are on the offensive. It appears that I am our last hope in the face of such awesome displays of power. Farewell, dear journal, farewell. Alright, so there's nothing in here. I'll go ahead and guess we'll try to kill these rats. Should be able to win. I mean, I don't think I've ever been killed by them, but there's always the first time. Yep, I took them all out. I only got 1 experience for each one. But let's see what's in here. Oh, there's a ring. I can sell that. Oh, there's another rat. Let's get him. Oh, okay. Try it again. Come on, rat. Oh, you better not kill me. I'll be pissed. Let's see. Come on, rat. Alright, got him. Okay, the rats are dead. Alright, useless cats. Can't even take out some rats. They're all over here. Alright. Well, looks like that's it for what's in here. So we'll head out and talk to him. Ah yes, kill them like the rats that they are. A glorious battle unlike any the world has ever seen. Here's 5 gold. Don't spend it all in one place. And I wasn't happy about that. Gave me little to no gold for doing that favor. Mental note, don't join the armed forces. They never inform you of the full danger when you enter, and they always pay you squat when you leave. Reaver gave me all of 5 gold for putting my life on the line in there. Isn't there a Candlekeep People's Revolutionary Front I can join somewhere? Well, I don't know how much danger the rats pose to me, but I do agree I didn't get enough money. So here's Hull. Hey kid, I woke late this morning and left my sword in the barracks before I went on duty. Do you want to get it for me? It's in the chest at the foot of the bed, right beside the at the side of the barracks. Quick now, before the gate warden catches me without it. You'll also find an antidote in there. I think Dreppen needs it for old Nessa. Alright, so we'll go ahead and head to the barracks. Oh, he wants me to do the fighting training. You know what, for now, I'll just say whatever little knowledge I have, I'm sure it will be sufficient. Thank you. Besides, Gorion will protect me. Thank you. Alright. So he says, aye, be as you've always been then. Worse than trying to talk sense to Olrant himself. Now there be duties that need attended to, and I'll not suffer a brat like you any longer. Well, that wasn't very nice. See if there's anything in here. Oh, there's 15 gold. Alright, so this is the bunkhouse. This is the barracks. So in the bunkhouse there is another enemy that wants to try and kill me. I think I'm going to... There's 8 gold right there. I think I'm going to do a rest before I try to fight him again, because I will need my spell probably to beat him. Let's see. Oh, that mead-filled... What a mead-filled night. That hole is just too much. Poor Sap had to go man the gate this morning, too. Don't know how he does it. What can I do for you? Let's see. Yeah, the Mead would explain why Hull forgot to put his sword on this morning. He sent me to fetch it for him. Sure, sure. It should be in the chest over against the right wall here. Alright, so go ahead and pick up his sword, and also we'll get that antidote. Now, if you try to open these, they'll get mad at you, because of course that's stealing. So I'll head back to Hull. Go ahead and complete that part of the quest. There's a chest here, but I can't open it. Alright, so Hull should be right here. Took your sweet time, didn't you? Grion's a fool for trying to bring you up right, and you can tell him I said so. If I didn't know any better, I'd say this whole iron crisis is the result of twerps like you wandering off with people's swords. Here's 10 gold. Now get out of here. I'm on duty. Well, that wasn't very nice. I went all the way and picked up his stupid sword, and he went and got after me for it. Let's see. Let's see what it says here. Hull gave me 10 gold pieces for bringing him his own dumb sword. I should have charged him extra for the tongue lashing he gave me, though. Yes, sir. I didn't like it. So I'll head through here. Now here's Imoen. I'm surprised that stuffy old Gorion let you away from your studies and chores. That old fiddle-faddle, I snuck off too. Old Puff Guts Winthrop was looking for me, but I've got all day to do his chores. You have time for a story today? No, I can tell that you don't. What do you have been up to? Says, I'm afraid I can't chat today, little one. My foster father wishes me to prepare for a journey, but will not say to where. Little one, I'm not much younger than you, though you sure got tall fast, relatively anyway. A journey, eh? Never get to travel. Wish I could go with you. Yep, I really wish I could. Yes, sir, really do. Alright, I get the message. I'll ask if you can go. Oh, don't be silly. Gorion would never even let you finish the sentence, especially after what that letter of his said, or did I say that? No, of course I didn't. I never saw no letter. Nope, I'll just go back to work now. You had better go. Gorion's waiting. Alright, so there was an update to my journal. Let's see. Alright, well, I don't see it. There we go, okay. My old friend Imoen pestered me today. She has a strange way of showing her affection for me, and sometimes she can be quite annoying. Still, she's a nice girl, and I'm glad to know her. So here's Tethril. Firebeat has sent you to me, hasn't he? Very well, return this scroll to him, but then you must hurry and speak with Gorion. He's waiting for you at the steps of the Central Library. I assure you, child, it's a matter of greatest urgency. Alright, so I got the scroll for Firebeat. So I'll go ahead and head back to him, give him his scroll, and then probably rest, because I want to regain my spell. So he's going to be at the inn. So we'll talk to Firebeat again. Ah, I'm glad to see that age has not hardened your heart towards an old man such as myself. I'll take all your identify scrolls. I have a great use for those types of scrolls. Here, allow me to cast a little spell on you. It will protect you from any evil you might meet tonight. Also, he did put a protection from evil spell on me. I mean, maybe I can use it and try to beat that other guy. So, as good to see you again as any other I could have laid eyes on. Make yourself as comfortable as you will. If you wish for anything, just ask. So, let's go ahead and sell these daggers, since I don't need them. Maybe I'll keep this warhammer, sell the Linkside gem, and sell the silver ring. And I guess I'll go ahead and rest, just because I don't even know how well I'll even do. So we'll just take the short rest with the cheap room. Alright, so now that we're done with our rest, we should be able to cast our spell again. Let's see. Let me see. Yep, I can cast Color Spray. Alright, so let's head back. We'll go through here again, and we'll actually fight that assassin. And then we'll probably be ready to leave. Oh, but first we have to actually take this potion over to this gentleman so he can cure his cow. It's an antidote potion which should be able to cure any type of ailment. Hey, you're a wonder. You are. Stick with me and we'll go far. Well, okay, stick with me and we'll probably never leave the walls of Candlekeep, would we? Good thing you aren't wearing none of that metal armor, as I heard those bandits out there would just as soon kill you as look at you to get it off your back. I just hope this whole iron crisis business is wrapped up soon. Alright, so I gave him the antidote. We got some experience. Lost the antidote. Says I found the potion for Drepin's cow. I just hope it's what he thinks it is and not a potion of fire breath or something. Alright, so we'll go ahead and head over and kill that assassin. Hopefully he doesn't kill me. Because that can happen because I'm a mage. And we're not so good in hand-to-hand combat. And this guy is going to rush me with a dagger. So what I'm going to probably do is save the game because I don't want to have to start all this over again if it doesn't work out the way I was expecting. Let's see. So we'll go ahead and save right here. Alright, so heading in, here he comes. So he's gonna want to talk to me first. Hey there, you're Gorian's little whelp, aren't ya? Yeah, you match this description. You don't look so dangerous to me. And what business is that of yours? I'll make it my business if and I please. Just thought I'd have a look at you for myself before I puts a blade down your gullet. Someone seems to think you're trouble, so I'm gonna use your head for a ticket out of this gutter. I'm just a little street trash hood, they say, but I'll show 'em. Alright, so he wants to fight, and I'm gonna cast a spell. Color spray again, and let's see if it works this time. Carbos. Oh, he killed me! Yeah, that's what happens when you're a mage. Get one lucky hit, and that's all he needs because that dagger of his deals 4 damage and I have 4 health. So we're starting over. So it's a good thing I saved before we went in that house, so we could try again. Alright. So the same thing is gonna happen. Alright, so we're gonna try again. Cast the spell. We'll see if he kills me again. Got him this time. Alright, so now we can look at let's see. So we'll take the dagger that he used to try to kill me. And there's nothing in here. So I think that's about it. And we will go back to Gorian. So I would have normally left him behind, but he gives some experience, and experience is hard to come by, so went ahead and took that. So we'll talk to Gorian now. This is very unnerving, I know, but you must trust me. It's very important that you pack your possessions so that we may leave Candlekeep immediately. Hurry, for there's no time to tarry. The keep is well protected, but not invulnerable. I'm ready to go right now. So So that guy is the guy from the beginning who killed that guy and threw him off of the tower. See, but this is wow. Oh, Ryan's doing pretty good this time. Never seen him get this far. Hope he got dispelled. Oh, he's dead. Well, unfortunately,
You awake the realization that not possessing some horrible dream. Ambushed, you saw Orion cut down before your eyes. Even his powerful magic could not stop the onslaught. It was wished that you flee, but that does not remove the feeling of helplessness that now overwhelms you. Hand over your ward, the armored fiend had said. He was after you and you alone, but why? If only Gorion had given some clue. But now you are alone and lost. Candlekeep is near, but you will find no quarter there. The readers pay for their serenity with rather draconian entry rules, and without Gorion's influence, their doors will remain closed. You will not last long on your own with your meager equipment. Perhaps you can get some help from the friends Gorion mentioned, the ones at the Friendly Arm.
Hey, it's me, Emmeline.
well, so Gorion's dead, unfortunately. And so we'll have to go on without him, and we won't be able to go back to Candlekeep. Imoen says, "Sorry, I followed you, but I never get out of Candlekeep, and those monks are such a bore. Never any decent coin in their pockets, neither. I saw Gorion, and I'm so sorry. I kind of figured something bad might happen to you out here." "How could you have known? Gorion did not even tell me." "I accidentally read a letter on his desk the other day. Can't remember exactly what it said, but he might still have. It might still be on his body. Anyway, I'm not going to let you wander around here all alone. Never let a friend down, no sir. Stick with you until you say otherwise, I will." Alright, so now Imoen is a part of the party. She is a thief, so she'll be able to disarm traps. She can sneak attack, things like that, which isn't a bad thing. She does have a pretty good dexterity, which means she will be good with a bow. I think she does have a short bow equipped right now. Let's see. Yes, she does, and she has 40 arrows. Isn't too bad. She does carry some potions of healing with her. I mean, I don't know how useful they'll be to me, but... Oh, and she does carry this wand of magic missile. And I'll go ahead and equip that. So now, a lot of the creatures in this area are super dangerous, especially to my first level character. I don't know if I'll be able to defeat most of them, but we'll see what I can do. But this does seem like a good time for me to stop. I hope you enjoyed what I put up so far. If you're enjoying the content, like and subscribe. I'll be back with another episode of Baldur's Gate. Thanks so much. Have a great day.